Good morning, sixth graders and parents. Welcome to the sixth grade team at Rowlett Middle Academy. We are so excited to meet you guys. This presentation is just to give you a little bit of insight into what's going to go on this year, kind of ease your anxiety a little bit, and let you know that we're here for you if you need it and when you need it. I'm Kim Shook, and I'm the sixth grade team leader, and I'm also a sixth grade history teacher. So if you see Shook on your schedule, that's me. And I'm going to walk you through just a little bit of what it's like to be in sixth grade here. On the presentation, you're going to meet your teachers, at least see their pictures, so you can recognize us when you come on campus on either Saturday or Wednesday. And also there's some grade level consistencies that I'm going to briefly go over, but you can check back with those at any time. For confirmation or if any questions that you may have. First and foremost, we're here to help. We know this is a huge transition for you to come from elementary school to middle school, and we're going to make sure you're okay and you're going to get through it, and we're going to help you and be with you every step of the way. So here's your team. The first two ladies are Mrs. Bennett and Mrs. Frischman. They're your math teachers. Then we have Miss Cody and Mrs. Ski, who are your science teachers. Right after that is Mrs. Powers and Mrs. Josie that teach English language arts. And then there's myself, Mrs. Shook, and Mr. Reyes. We are your history teachers. The cool thing is all of us except for science are right next to each other. So you don't have to worry about how to find us, or if you can't find us, you can always ask our partner. Maybe they will know where we are and they can always answer your questions if they're a general question about the subject matter. Mrs. Ski and Miss Cody are right around the corner from each other, so they're not far away. It's just a little bit of setup because those science rooms are so awesome and big. Okay, so homework policy is a little different this year if you've had an older sibling or if you've had another child. It just changed. It's all part of the classwork now. So homework is going to be under ICANN, and it's a 50% split between assessments and classwork. If it's given as homework, it won't be accepted late. For myself, really don't have homework unless you don't finish the classwork and it turns into homework. So that's kind of one of the reasons for the change in that area. It won't be overwhelming. It shouldn't be more than 30 minutes per subject per night, a maximum of 90 per week. But students will be given time in class. So that we're really encouraging everyone to begin with the end in mind and not wait till the last minute to start assignment homeworks or assignments in class. And all of us will be, helping you along. And when you're in class is when we can answer your questions. It's a lot easier for you. Assignments are designed to require 30 minutes or less. And tier 1 students, they don't finish on time. It may take longer, so you will do it at home. But tier 2 and tier 3 also have the stringent study time during iLeave. And we have tutoring, and we have the Opportunity Center that will help you when you're here on campus at school. Our late work policy, if you are wanting to submit classwork that's late, you have to notify the teacher. Some people have late slips, but everybody needs to be notified, or some people just require an email. These assignments are going to be deducted for every day you're late, 10% off of the total grade. But the most we can deduct is 50%. But this is super important. So you can't not turn in any late assignments if it is after the unit test for that subject matter. So let me give you an example. If we're doing Egypt and you had an assignment for Egypt and the unit test is Thursday, you can't turn in anything for Egypt after Thursday. And that is straight across the board because you're going to be into another unit. All of us will use Google Classroom for clear and concise directions and a checklist of what you're going to do every week or when things are due every day. This is the tier 1 policy for the school. Tier 2 and 3 students will always be allocated their accommodations should they need them or when they need them, as per individuals. And the last thing, but it is the most important thing, maybe I should have made it number 1, all core classes are going to utilize an agenda. Parents, your child will open that agenda and there should be something in every class for every day that they had that day. So Mondays, it should be filled in the whole way down. You know, and then their even days or their odd days will have their odd classes or whatever. So if they tell you there was nothing, every day there is something that they need to put in there. Whether it's vocabulary or their iStart or just their assignment for the day or what's coming up. We all have something on our board for them to put there every single day. Assessment retakes. 70% is the goal for proficiency. So if you score less than a 70%, you will be permitted to retake the assessment. The only catch is we have to figure out what stopped you from doing so well and help remediate and fix the problem, solve the mystery of what went wrong before you take the test again. So, you know, we have to be able to know where you went wrong in order to fix it. So you'll get with your teacher to do that, but everyone is allowed to retest for sure if it's 70% or less. And to help with that, there's tutoring in every subject. Every core subject will offer tutoring during the week. I know for history, as an example, we have one in the morning and one in the afternoon. So if parents want to drop kids off early, you can do it then. Or if you'd rather stay later and pick them up later after school, we have a day for that too. They are not finalized yet on the exact days for every subject matter, but that will be published to you on August 22nd. Really cool this year. We decided to start off the year with 6th grade only T-shirts. Kind of a way to make everybody feel, you know, a part of the community. And this is an example of what they're going to look like. They are tie-dye like the other tie-dyes, but they're not exactly the same tie-dye. And it says, I belong. And on the back, it says RMA class of 2025. I know it'll get here very quickly. If you'd like to order one for your student, or you want your parents to order one for you if you are a student, it's on the website to go and do that, and pre-orders will be taken through the first 2 weeks of school, and we'll send out something in Blooms, you know, when the deadline runs in there too. Just wanted to give you a little heads up so you can see it. Last but not least, wanted to reach out to you guys. If you could remember, if you went to 5th grade in Florida, if you could bring, and you still have it, your 5th grade ID, it has your same Florida ID number on it for school. The reason being 6th grade doesn't get their IDs till after the pictures come back, and that's a little bit later in the year. So for security and to get to know everybody, we'd appreciate it if you have an ID from Florida from last year, if you could bring it, that would be awesome. And again, if you have any questions, I appreciate you watching. Please email me at shookk@rowlettmiddleacademy.org. And I'll be sure to get back to you as fast as I can. If it's an urgent matter, you can always call the front office. But if it's pertaining to 6th grade or questions that you might have, please don't hesitate. That's what we're here for. Can't wait to meet all of you. It's going to be a great year.